want to say thank you for being here tonight. My name is Ashley Hunt-Martirano. I live in the town of Brookhaven. I think I'm probably the lone person from Brookhaven. Okay. And I also want to say that I actually think I stand out in another way, which is I've been involved in politics for a very long time. And I'm a millennial, so, stop saying crap about us. So I have been planning to run for office for a very long time, since I was in 8th grade. So I've been doing all of the things, a very long time. I've been doing a lot of things that I've been told by She Should Run, Emerge, all of these other organizations that are out there trying to get women candidates elected across the country. I've been on webinars of how to do this. And as a woman, like Shoshana said earlier, who wants to run for office, it is extremely upsetting to see kind of what happened with Liuba's experience here, to see that there are so many more hoops to jump through than I would have ever anticipated. I'm originally from West Virginia, so maybe I still have, even though I've been here for 13 years, I still have a very steep Long Island learning curve.
What part of the town do you live in?
I live in Bedford.
Bedford, okay.
So, it's just really off-putting for people. I've been involved in for a very long time in politics, and it's still off-putting to me. It's got to be very off-putting to people that are starting to engage for the very first time. As I understood it with Liuba's campaign, there needed to be a little over 1,200 signatures to get her on 1,250. In just a matter of less than a week, she was able to get about 600. She had 2 weeks remaining from that to gather a little bit more than 600, in total. And the other candidate, I don't know exactly how many she got in a couple of days, but it seemed from gathering those signatures that Liuba was going to be a very viable candidate. I was kind of looking towards her as being like a little bit of a role, probably about the same age, a little bit of, but I don't have kids, a little bit of a role model for how I might be getting involved in 5 to 7 years when I plan to run. And so, you said, that it was too short a time, but she had demonstrated that in just like 4 or 5 or 6 days that she could get half of what was needed. She had 2 weeks left. So I'm hoping you can speak to that. And then you also have a couple times talked about if the laws change, that you would be happier, life would be easier, and that we would have, a Democrat on each of the ballots that we're going to vote for, and we wouldn't be doing a lot of cross endorsements. Part of the problem with our politics is it's a chicken and egg phenomenon. The laws are going to change when we have candidates that are representing our values, and when we have candidates that are running on the Democratic line. So to change the laws in New York State to be able to have them be party candidates, we need those candidates in place. And so how do you're committing to saying that if the laws change, that you'll be supportive of that. I think what a lot of us here tonight want is for you to be supportive of running Democrats on Democratic lines and not backing other candidates that are, from Republican or Independence lines and having them have no opponent on that. We want a choice, and I feel like even though I'm not a voter in that, I would have gone out and knocked on doors for her. And now, there is no choice for residents that live in that area, and I think that that's really where a lot of the frustration is tonight. We don't want you to wait until the laws change to get behind this. We want you to be supportive of this change by putting Democrats on the line, and then the laws will change. So I would like to know, and you've said a couple of times that you'd love to talk to people independently and you'd have more information for that, but I feel like a lot of us are here for the same reason, and so it'd be more efficient if we could get a response tonight. Okay. But can you speak to the viability of Liuba's candidacy? You've indicated a couple times that...
I don't know anything about how many petitions she got or what she did. I don't know anything about that, so you have to talk to her.
I did, and so that's what she said. So I'm just wondering, to put up roadblocks, which is what I think a lot of people here perceived happened, to put up roadblocks for somebody that was able to garner that much enthusiasm in such a short amount of time, and then, having another person come in after she had declared she was going to run, who then she backs down because she wanted to be respectful of that person's clout and commitment to the party over the years, which I thought was a very respectful thing for her to do, and designating that she understood that there was kind of people bench building in the background. So that didn't go anywhere. And me reading Newsday and seeing that made me feel very uncomfortable about the state of the Democratic Party locally, knowing that I need to, start my political career at this local level. What support am I going to have if somebody who's able to get 600 signatures in 4 days doesn't have support?